dialogue, externalizing my inner thoughts just to let you all know. But I guess I wear this on my sleeves. So, this is Julian Little MNF, or Frank, and these are a collection of poems. And the greatest anthropologist, no wait, archaeologist couldn't dig me, but I'm buried underneath. And this is me, an update version of the person I am today. One cannot say certainly how early these all began, but I wrote these poems to your liking, and I hope you enjoy them. Without the subject and without anything I even wanted to say, even in the shorter poems, I can relate that I was only becoming the person I am today. And now let me polish them away, as some of them are translated here to be given by and made for to you. And I hope you like what I have collected for you. The poet once said, I'm anonymous. This audiobook recording is in the public domain. I'm out of my mind. I mean, case open. I'm losing myself. Case closed. You are planting a seed with your little words of wisdom. I'm planting the seed. Hold up, wait, she told me, as I was picking up the herbs and the fruit that I've cultivated by the hillside. I would ask you, Julian, where is your home? But you would tell me, wherever you are, that's where I would want to be. And that is true. Will you not tell me your name? For I'm little MNF, Julian, Tuna. Over the valley you can hear this become an echo. And it is I who reign so wide and far. It is I who rule so wide and far. I myself am listening to your voice right now. And this is so far from home. This is how far I've gotten. Countless of mountains I have crossed back in the valley. But this is not perfect, and perfect I can never be. When I climb into the mind, into the realm in which I survey and look upon, search for what I see. Over the wide plain, and don't you see the smoke rising up into the lungs? Rise and rise. The lakes are there, and the wide horizon, and I can hear the flap of a wing of a bird flying away into the distance. A beautiful land it is, the valley of San Fernando. As I like to believe what I believe. I don't need you to believe what I believe, but if I close my eyes, I do not see darkness. I see something looking at me, and I smile with a grin on my face. Upon the departure of the old person that I used to be, this is me with another secret hidden deep within the lines. To my constant reader, parting from the valley of San Fernando has hurt me, oh very much so. And I jump into the water now. I'm over the boat, and I go deep within the waters of the murky shadows of my subconscious. In the night I stood there in the middle of the room, till the dawn and the dew and the wet of the all my clothes were really wet because the rain would not stop to fall. In autumn I was very lonely, and I crossed the mountains to go over the hill. Now I pass over, but I stay where I am because I never want to cross the border. If I write this all down, will I forever be immortalized? Even when we're here together, I feel like I'm still mortified. What if I fear, and my fear comes back to me? Oh, how does this ever cross my mind when I'm still alone? In the sea of the wave, I'm not in the band anymore, but you know the waves are coming. I wasn't poetic back then, but look, by the cape of a superhero, I fly within, but no one is heroic. Why would I need a cape, even to go back in the mine? And there are mints in the stow underneath the sea. I can see blood in the water. I can still see the fishes and sharks. The sharks ate all of the fishes by the reef, so I see blood in the water, but that is to my dismay. To the love that I once lost, I've never been married, but I felt like I've been divorced. I guess my thoughts are getting deep. We could talk about it for a couple minutes, and I'm still growing in the ocean. The waves are receding. Now I'm onto something. I feel like my thoughts are funny. Got a cup in my hand, but you know the buzz is coming. But there were nights, and a few of them I have held close. We have lain together forevermore. And you told me these were days when my heart was organic. I told myself, now this was organic, and I cultivated this fruit from my mind. Away I have come, parting she has left. But I guess close the door that divides us both. Even as the vines are here within, I can hear you do your part, and I'm creeping without a doubt. I can find another stranger looking at my inner heart of my soul, and they are looking at me and trying to figure me out. But I guess they will forever be anonymous to me because I will never know. My heart aches within me as I tell you this. I wish I could rip my heart and hand you that. But under the moonlight, shorty looks good, and she may look and turn back to gaze at me, but maybe she won't. But because of the yellow leaves on the ground that are dead on the floor of the valley of San Fernando, I will cross forevermore this corridor, knock upon the door, fluttering and flying in the air, another butterfly. I cannot see so plainly, but if I close my eyes, I can look into the future because it's right there. I can grasp it. It's right between my eyelids. But I found what I found right now, today, and I put that back. I'll see what I find tomorrow. I see you waving at me, and I see you have a sleeve tatted in your arms of tattoos that will forever be there in black ink. Now as the moon shines upon thee, doubt has come between a rift of a cloud that separates us both above the mountain of the San Fernando Valley. I will disappear into the distance, an apparition of something that will forevermore wasn't really here, but leaving me full of regret because I didn't want to leave. I just had to close the door behind me to open up a new door. So now you vanish and out of sight, like the friends that were there when my mind was out of sight. But now hear no evil, see no evil, for I have gathered you all. Now sink within this last sun as it rises upon us all. Down is the western sky looking like it's California, bright like it is tonight. How can the brightness be in the night? How can the night be ever so bright under the moonlight? I tell you, I thought I told myself, a strong, capable man of being confident. Why am I so shy and vulnerable? Because I'm just exposing my inner dialogue, externalizing my inner thoughts just to let you all know. But I guess I wear this on my sleeves and on my garment as I wear it in between the tears that I have let fall upon the floor. I'm just like you in the rain and voice, and I plant the seed in your mind as I gallop fast away. Now I have returned to come again, leaving under the distant skies the dwelling place of my love. There she shall stay, whole yellow leaves again. You know, the leaves on the ground are never really that dead. Falling on the autumn hill, rising up until Foothill, turning back until Glen Oaks Boulevard and going back my way on the bus on Van Nuys Boulevard all the way to where I know people live. Sees a while, Julian. For it to fly and to flutter into the air requires a lot of patience. That I may see so in my dwelling place here in San Fernando Valley. I hope you can relate. I figured out what you couldn't figure out. To explain it all, I would need to decipher the blue. I mean, if I record myself rapping about what I think out loud and post a video onto my stories. Genie in combat with the Mortal Kombat, going back to the beat. If I write it all down, I'll forever be immortalized. Bear with me, and I just had to let it see. Only you can prevent forest fire. Smokey the Bear told me. Heard from in the electric stove and the elevator shoes. No, he said, not because it wasn't true. He had been something called shop from the Kindle store when he bought all the books from Amazon online. But because of the whole, he thought he would prefer being perceived by the old school. New school was something how mediocre. He had to get a new one, Julian said. Man, are you kidding yourself? I replied, without even thinking. Perhaps I will. The class with the broken into the spontaneous applause. From the first time since Julian's departure, Frank had faintly cheered because they wanted him to get a book reading gadget, and also because their applause suggested that they did see him as an old school, teachable old school. I guess I could be. When a student is ready, I guess the teacher will arrive. So it's break your ruler, and it doesn't even matter. And a Julian little MNF is making music. It's a lawless game. Hold up, everything is easy, baby. Leave it up to all I listen to is Little Weezy, baby. He did not wait, thinking out loud. I can make about $1 million right now, and one idea lights a million candles, and I'm rearranging this right round with the circle right now. He did not seriously consider buying a Kindle. If he was an old school writer, then by all means he would need a typewriter, but then the books are definitely the way to go. He should rather just be reading. I mean, leave the writing for the writers, and I mean, maybe I'm not ready to be the writer I can become because I'm too busy reading. I mean, if you don't have the time to read, then you don't have the tools required to be a good writer. Until a couple of weeks later, Julian replied to himself. One day on his way home from school, he imagined, I was walking by. When I'm rearranging this, I went back to the mind, but I guess with his Kindle just strolling across the quad from rearranging this, hoping his finger with a little next page button. Life is a book. I guess I'm just turning the page today, but I'm still in chapter 1. I feel like I'm still at the beginning of it all. I am not the one to say I'm rearranging this, and all I spit is real life. You don't know what that's like. I'm on a rearranging this 0 to 100 real quick. I guess I'm on 100 right now. Yeah. What in the world are you doing? Julian said. That's the type of thing that she used to ask. Speaking of him at last, wow, memories. I almost forgot reading off the computer, he would say. Just like the rest of you, spiteful, but I guess I'm going back into mine. But as for Julian, when he was a kid, he might have put it down like this was easy for him, but I guess it was a bad thing. It occurred to him that in spite of what the kid I'm rearranging this, going back, I got memories. I got a lot of memories. I got other people telling me I couldn't really read. I remember people telling me that I was way low when I was reading the low basic books, but now look at me, I'm reading at a high level now. It don't even matter what you're really writing right now. Hey Julian, that was nice. Open up the book and never roll the dice. I can only be myself, why would I lie? I'm just looking at my memories and I got memories. I got a lot of reasons I should be the person that I am today. Look into the mirror, my reflection say, hey Julian, you look pretty good and you should stay. It don't even matter, but I'm looking in a way. This is just the answer that I seek and I should write. These are just the questions that are circling right now. This is just the circle of my life. I got people telling me that I should write this down because they love the way I speak when we conversate in a way that I just kick back and relate. We should talk again. We should meditate. Together this is better. We cannot unite again. Looking like this, looking like another bag again. Throw that in the moment, but the moment came and went. I know that this was real. I know the time just came and went. I got memories. I got people telling me you should remember me. I look at them and then I see you rearranging in the capital F came into this. Now the F is not forgetful. Now I guess it's just forever. This will always be myself with myself. I don't think I like to speak. Giving me a different aura of the person that I can only become if I only read again. Open up the book and this is Riley Reid again. Get the naked truth and clothe it, put on another dress and this is just her fashion statement. Beauty's in the mind, not the believer see it. And it's coming out, my eyes is really vivid. Paint the picture but it's raining, I cannot control the weather. Same style but my thoughts are even better. I feel like my thoughts are onto something. I feel like I'm going on and on and on and on, and you know that is really coming. I ain't got a cup inside my hand, but you know rearranging that now. Don't you mean a cup in your hand? Yeah, I wrote it right. Thank you, editor, for myself and Julian. This is your subconscious. Listen to me when you need to talk. Just externalize your inner dialogue, and don't you open up that way to other people. I mean, you should keep the secret and the sequel to your movie, and I guess it's just another movie sticking to the script. I know the memories are lines. Start it. Started in a nightmare, now I'm here, I woke up. Telling you like something wasn't here, I woke up. Now I'm rearranging this in here, I woke up. Now reversing everything in here, I woke up. Wait, take that and rewind it back. I know I freestyle going back into the moment that's lights, Julian, action. Started in a nightmare, now I'm here. Y'all didn't really want me when I'm here. I mean, you don't even really want to hear. Close your ears to the person I am. You don't really want to hear me now. You don't even conversate again. We don't need to talk no la 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 la. It don't even matter, tick from me. Rearranging this and you should just be more discreet. Julian, you should listen to your subconscious personality of the person you are. I don't think they really drive around the cars, but it's driving around the city where you're at. It don't matter, but you'll cultivate the map. Where's your real thoughts, where your real friends at, Julian? I don't think they really want to hear these raps. Okay, keep it to myself, I know I'm writing that. Okay, open up the book, I know I'm reading that. When Stephen King don't ever write me back, I wrote letters to the man I conversate. I got reason for him telling them the truth. I got telling you now this is fiction. No, I'm looking deep within the mind and I open up like another book. I'm going back and Julian, where's your real thoughts?
My favorite thing about the grilled chicken club is the multigrain bun. It's toasted.
My name is Julian and my favorite thing is just to hear me talk. So I listen when I talk. I mean, the voice inside my head just conversates like all day long. I mean, I'm sublime. You will never be like me. Conversate with just myself. I don't ever need to see. Therapy is looking like it's just another option now, but the doctor's looking like
I'm just externalizing my inner dialogue, and this is the way my voice sounds on the inside of my head. So if you got problems with that, then you don't have to listen to me.
Like I'm still within the mind, and I am being optimistic. I guess I can't decide if I should be like wonderful or just look deep within the mind and asombroso. I guess you couldn't see, but that's incredible. And this is wonder why you'll never really be like me. Cause I open up the book and read it, look within the lines. This is better than the things that you cannot decipher right. Okay, look within the moment, this was deep within the mind. And the moment came and went, and now I'm looking this defined. Hold the wait, the definition with significance in here. This was meaning going back and everything was right and real. I'm going around in circle, million different new ideas going back combined just to make one new idea that can ever spark a mind. Hold the wait and I light this up. Now I'm looking this different, arranging this and not a candle in a ring. I let it lay. Hold the wait, now let the fire burn and you cannot extinguish this. And I cannot imagine dragons conversating. These are just the lyrics, never writing them. I know. Hold the wait, I couldn't drop 1,100,000 dominoes, but I guess I'll drop one, let the others fall again. And it doesn't even matter, rising with the fall again. Looking like you can reverse what I just told you, then rewind. Hold the wait, I'm looking deep within, reminding you're so fine. I'm feeling like I pop in ollie 50-50, then I grind, then I land and kickflip right before that. Look, the flip is going back, is backwards, but I land and this is bolted. I am riding right before the end, and this is seconds from another new clip off with the land, and this is just another 6 stairs flight. And I'm looking like I've never seen a chicken skater fly, but I guess you're looking like another bug inside my windshield when I'm driving on the road. And this was murder, everything, but I never kill or touch another human soul, I guess. So I don't know why I said the word murder right just because, and it doesn't matter, that's not an excuse for me, I know. And I should fix the way I want to speak about it now. Julian, listen to yourself, is that the way you want to talk? When the people hear me speak, I know I'm talking with myself, and I externalize the inner dialogue again. And this conversation started when this beat just started then, and I guess the moment came and when it's after then become, and as aftermath I do the mathematics all alone. Leave it up to me and you can count on me to read again. You used to Julian, you used to be the person that I looked up to. Now you're looking like another person that just started a band with a rock bottom, no remainders. Now, wait, what you... They don't invite me to the show, but look, I still arrive. Yeah. I know that you'll never be like me, I know. Reading, let the piano go black and white. Should've kept it at a high note. You and I know rearranging this. Open up the book and I look deep within the soul, let's talk. Now I guess the heart is looking like it's love. Within myself, look, I found a remedy. It don't matter anymore. Where's your real thoughts, where your real mind at? Julian, looking back into the moment. Find yourself, then I guess listen to this right now. It's when I hear that book repeat. You can never sound like me. Moments to look back again. I shouldn't repeat again. I know you really like the way I sounded. Used to never really want to hear me. Remember? Thank you, Jesus. Now guide me through this journey. As I speak unto them, let me conversate this, and let me just relate upon a thought. Once upon a time, a star shined so bright that it was shining upon us, and the land just became the new terrain. Walking in this known divine. Hold the way, now take my hand. This is let me just seek within the mind and heart. Let me see what I can find. These are just iniquities that I can cancel them. I wait, I know I'm getting rid of that. I do not need to leave. Hold the wait, I'm looking back. You can never rid of me. Now I guess it's looking like the only person in here is the person that I guess wanna define the person where I am. The old me doesn't look like it's the new me, but I guess it can be bad. And I guess I'm looking like I fight my demons every time, but I put them in a cage. Now I read another book and I tell them to relate. They don't wanna hear me talk. It's my turn to be controlling. Now I guess I'm the remote. It don't matter, but I guess if I ever let them free, they'll come fight me all again. If they find me, they'll surround me. Then I'll be right here again in the middle of it all. But I guess I can count on you to save me, right? Looking deep within the mind, I can only find what I search in this divine. Looking like, and it doesn't really matter now. When I was 5, I used to be afraid of being in the dark. It don't matter anymore, but it's just something just to talk. Hold away, let's conversate, my inner dialogue can start. Hold away, we're going back into the moment. Then the time just came and went. It don't matter like you heard, and you're never really listening to my each every word. But it doesn't matter now, nobody was listening to that one person that was listening to the person. Oh wait, now wait, now there was one above them all who was listening to you. Now I wanna be like him, I can only be like you. I can only be like me, I'm relating just to me. And the old me wants to be the new me, but I couldn't really let it be. Now words of wisdom going back into the mind. It don't matter, you believe me, but I guess you couldn't find. Julian, wait, I'm looking like nobody listening to you. Wait, nobody was listening to Noah. Nobody was listening to Noah. God, and I know I hear your voice whisper to me now, and I know it's looking like, blessed be those the persons that can hear this message and complete the puzzle that I'm just completing them, but they are not the missing piece, because only you are, and you were never missing after all. So this song don't really make sense, but I guess judge me, and only God can give it upon us. This another rhyme, and now I put you right here in the picture. You're in charge of this conversation. Now let's see where we can take this. Preach like I'm a preacher, but I guess I couldn't do it. So I tried to really rap, but I guess I just couldn't see it. But I guess I wrote it down, but I'm not reading what I'm writing. I'm not thinking like the way I used to think, but that's enlightening. Lightning the revival. I'm alive. For the very first time, I never felt this so alive. Check. I gotta. Once upon a time, it don't even really matter, but I guess I got a band. Now we're bringing this shit back to ska, and I guess we got big steps in the ska scene. You know the bands are coming yet. Hip hop with a little bit of roll and rock, and I just wrote the lyrics down and I just talk a lot. Hold on, wait, what's your definition of looking deep within the mind? You can never really find. This was something you can never really look upon a rhyme. Hold the wait, I couldn't talk like myself anymore. I see this was worth pretend of mine, and this was worth becoming me. Used to never want to hear me. You remember? Hold the wait, this was energy for me, and I got memories. I got memories connected to the Wi-Fi. I got people telling me they don't like everything a white lie. Looking this between of it all. It don't really even matter, but I'm riveting now. Hold the wait, now keep it current like the water in a lake. And I guess I gotta tell you, this is my point to ponder. Hold the wait. Yo lo quiero explicar, una forma nueva para poder pensar y mis pensamientos, wey. Nocturno de celaje deslumbrante, encanto rememora cada instante, romance sobre el tiempo en que viviera, con el alma iluminada, descubriendo iluminar a una mer que nadie tuvo para mí. Ok, ahora yo lo puedo, yo mirar, espera, ok, wait, eso nena, ya tu mala vida, going back into the moment, dime, ok, you cannot expose, going back into the freestyle, never writing this shit down, hold on, wait, now start the pit, going back and this is going rearranging, now you know what you know, rearranging this and now you never copy my flow, replications, there no rearranging, no, I'm coming to the beat and now I murder the show. Kill them in the living room, it's still a living room. It don't even matter cause my bullet come with wings and I will make your cerebellum fly. I came in bumping something so cherry, now it's back inside the mind. Let the piano play, another melody for that. It don't even really matter, but I'm bringing this shit back. Hold on, wait, and this is me without a microphone, I write. Everything is going back and soaking, linking to the mind. Bleed it out, I know you see. Hola, challenge number 1. Schizo thinks he's good because the voice sounds like me. I don't hear myself, man, I got somewhere to be. All this drama sounds like you don't have a problem with me. Well, then if you don't believe, then why'd you write what I read? This was from a book and you will never be me. Now they hear the voice, I don't repeat what I see. Open up my soul, I know I hate the TV. Watch another movie when I close my eyes, I love what I see. Influenced by only what I hear within the walls of my heart. NMP, and once upon a time I wish I could get inside of your mind. But if I didn't tell you anything, would you open up the book? Once upon a yellow wasn't thinking of love. These were days where my heart was volcanic. She's on the other side of this, it's not romantic, it's love. I united my voice with yours. I don't even think that I read now. Wait, I open up the book. I know I really read now. Wait, and Riley read is looking like I got the naked truth enclosed. Put a fashion statement in it. Now I love what I see. I spend most of my time inside of a television. Haha, lies. But shall I turn the page inside of this book that I call life? When it can only be written if I pick up the box and drop it on you. I told myself to rearrange in this. You be Batman and I'll be robbing everything that I can. I was in my room and this is just my alibi. I had the evidence from everyone with no exception. Looks like it's time to write everything down. I'm in an elevator going up. I'm not well connected to my signal is vague. So what does that mean? This type of story don't make sense after all. It don't matter to me. I read books. I don't write stories at all. I don't give up. My connect man, I got something to say. I got words of wisdom I should keep to myself. I will complete this for you, but it doesn't matter to me. Mirror talk with my reflection just so far from the room. I'm still that rapper that wrote down what he thought. I told myself, are you still with me? Cause I'm losing the rest. If the music doesn't haunt me, well, I'm turned off the beat. I'm the old version of you, but you will never be me. I'd rather be myself than be what you wanna be. I continue learning, but you're not teaching me. I don't need to be in school to know that I have to read. I mean, I heard it from a book, I know they're talking to me. I only listen when I hear your voice, I'm not alone, I'm with me. I woke up in a nightmare, man, it's messed up. When you really mess things up and you're right there on the spot, it is what it is, and that's what it was. I'm so used to arguing with myself on a daily basis, but finding out that I just forgot what I wanted to remember after all was the absolute worst. And it's the only thing that I could say to myself. I guess I found out what was really hidden within. I didn't want to wake up before time came to be.